Yo, what up? There was only a matter of time until one of those there's going to be a Nintendo Direct next week leaks were going to be right. And this one was good. Very good. Great job, guys. It started off with a Pikmin 4 trailer that was kind of unexciting, but still good. If that makes any sense. It felt like I was watching an IGN preview, but the announcer was muted. But I really liked what I saw. That dog alone looks like it's going to add a lot of depth. This is a game I've been waiting a very long time for, and they showed just enough to give me confidence. It's not surprising it's coming out in the summer. It's a perfect time to release a Pikmin game. The third wave of the Xenoblade DLC looks good. Crafting is something I'm excited to see getting added to the game. I'm not a fan of roguelikes, but I'm sure the new mode will be fine. Especially because Xenoblade 3's class system is so good. But that little tease of the story DLC, buddy, that little bit is enough to get me so excited. I'm happy Xeno 3 focused on telling its own story with its own cast because it turned out so well. This is what I was expecting after finishing Future Connected. Obviously, I'm going to be excited for this story DLC. It's a very exciting time to be a Xeno fan. So the reason why I wrote that line during the direct to say Xeno fan and not Xenoblade fan was because I was kind of hoping we would get a Xenosaga remastered. So close, man. I just guessed the wrong Bamco Monolith game. That Tron game seemed super neat. I think it's because I just like that world and want to see more stuff in it. You know, as long as Jared Leto isn't attached to it. I got the vibe that that one anime detective game is going to be a sleeper hit. I know it was announced at the Game Awards, but that Bayonetta spinoff still seems super weird. I respect it because it seems like something Platinum really wanted to make. And knowing what happens when that studio is passionate about a game, I feel like it's going to be very good. It's also nice to see that Nintendo is doing more with Bayonetta. It's going to be, what, the third game in the last decade since they acquired the series? My initial thought for the Splatoon 3 DLC was, wait, I thought you guys showed this off already. It was such a lock that when they were acting like this was new news, I was confused. So like, is it just a new hub in Wave 1? Honestly, that's very lame depending on how much content it adds. Like, the campaign has a lot of weight to carry to make this bundle worth it. I'll check the price when I'm editing and throw it up on screen. Mickey Mouse co-op Metroidvania was not on my bingo card going into this direct. It was one of those trailers where as the guy kept talking about it, the game just seemed better and better. Like, this game could be very good for what it is. I don't know how, but they probably got the exact right people to make this game. Engage's DLC looks like it's going to be adding some good characters. It's going to fill in some holes from the base game. It's really cool that they're adding characters from Fire Emblem Heroes, especially because that's a huge inspiration for this game. I'm excited to see what mechanics they all bring to the table. The story DLC trailer didn't get me as excited as Xenoblade 3's did, but it still looks good. I kind of hope the characters in it are from the next mainline Fire Emblem. Given this game's premise, that would be super cool. Also, insane that it's out today. I haven't uploaded my review, and half the DLC is already out. I haven't even finished the base game yet. Like, it hasn't even been 3 weeks. According to leaks, the game finished development almost 2 years ago, so it makes sense that the DLC is coming out so fast. It's just wild. I feel like Octopath Traveler 2 has been surprisingly quiet. I've only really seen tweets about it every now and then. And as I was typing this during the direct, the demo was announced. I won't get the full game until I'm done with Like a Dragon Ishin though. Sea of Stars looked neat. There was a demo announced for it, so I guess I'll give it a shot. I find the new content for Return to Dreamland really funny because it feels like story DLC in a Kirby game, but also looks really good. I hope it's decently big to make the full game worth it for people who've played the original, especially because you have to play through the story to unlock it. Advanced Wars is finally coming out. I've been waiting for this series to come back since I first played Fire Emblem. Good thing it's coming out within a month of Zelda's launch. I'm going to be honest, I was surprised to see Game Boy was coming to NSO. Super cool that it's Game Boy and Game Boy Color. Most surprising thing for me was Alone in the Dark. There was a decent amount of stuff announced too. Very solid GB lineup. But then the Game Boy Advance showed its face. Minish Cap's very exciting. The Mario 3 e-reader levels is also very exciting. That one game this assist trophies from. Superstar Saga, dude! Come on. On top of that, GBA Fire Emblems and Golden Sun. And now there's the tiniest glimmer of hope for Mother 3. Buddy, the only thing missing from this starting lineup is Pokemon. Metroid Prime Remaster looks very pretty for a Switch game. It sucks that it's not the trilogy. I hope the others get remasters too. Twin Stick controls is huge, and it's going to let you play with the original controls. Best of all, it was shadow dropped today, and there's a physical release on the 22nd. No Prime 4 though? This really felt like the time to talk about it. I guess you gotta get Zelda out of the way first. Actually, That might be why we haven't seen it yet. They probably want Tears of the Kingdom out before they talk about Prime 4 because they don't want those games getting in each other's way. So I guess we'll see if it shows up at Jeff Keighley 3. I was actually shocked when Professor Layton showed up. Just kind of assumed that series was dead, you know? Feels like a good time to get into it too. It's a new saga and it's been so long. Mario Kart DLC's looking good. Birdo's back. Hell yeah. As we were going through that last montage, I couldn't help but laugh because we hadn't seen Zelda yet. A lot of the times, it feels like people only really come to Nintendo Directs to see Smash or Zelda, and it is so fun seeing chat squirm. Like, guys, calm down. They were obviously going to show it last. And we got a pretty good trailer that was in line with the other ones. Very little story, some gameplay, a teaser at the end, and end with the date. They didn't show off a whole lot of new stuff except for cars and some enemies. I guess Hyrule is entering a techno revolution. I just need them to tell me how different the map is going to be. Like, I don't care that we've seen very little about this game. I'm going to get it day one, no matter what. No joke, they could only show a title and a date, and I would pick it up. And it's going to be so fun scrambling to get that collector's edition. This was honestly one of my favorite directs in a long time. Every first party thing they showed off was a banger, except for the first wave of the Split 3 DLC. Seriously, it has to be more than just a hub, right? A lot of stuff dropped after the direct. I think the handheld stuff from NSO is really good. Afterwards, though, I saw something that made me a little sad. Zelda is going to be $69.99 US. Not nice. It leaked the day before the direct, but that doesn't change the fact that it's deflating. I know there were some people who think the price of the game doesn't really matter, but a lot of the times I see that argument coming from someone that lives in the US. I think it's different seeing the prices of games raised when you're in a country that sets the standards. To you, it's only going to be $69.99. Here in Canada, full price games were already $79.99. With the price increase, they're going up to $89.99. $10 is no big deal until you factor in tax it. Oh hey, will you look at this? Full price games is going to cost over $100 now. No standard edition for a game should cost triple digits. It's barely over $100, but the idea of crossing that line hurt way more than when games went from $69 to $79. Everyone across the industry is raising their prices now, and all it's going to do is drive me away from some releases. Stuff that could have been a day one pickup to fill in some holes is now going to be pick up used way later when it's less than half the price. The price of games are increased to $100. My threshold to pick up a full price game goes with it. But to end it on a positive note, following my one rule when it comes to directs, where I only really need one game announced that I really care about, this is like the best direct in a very long time. Pikmin, Xenoblade DLC, Fire Emblem DLC, Advanced Wars, Octopath demo, Game Boy games, Prime Remastered, the wrong Monolith series, but I'll take it, Birdo, and Zelda? Yeah, this is the best direct in a long time. Do you agree? Think I'm an idiot? Comment down below. Dislike the video if you're upset about the lack of Smash, and subscribe for more bad content. Follow me on other platforms if you want. Take care, guys. Ow! Fuck. Stupid noise reduction in OBS, man. Fucking hurt so much and it didn't even peak.